Hello, my book besties. Welcome back to another week of book club. This week we're going to be talking about Soul Searching by Lyla Sage. Love this. I actually left myself a sticky note to talk about in this video, but before we get into that, I'm going to read you guys the back of the book. Collins Cartwright does not want to go home. Sweetwater Peak, Wyoming was supposed to be in her rearview mirror, but when she finds out a developer is trying to buy her parents' antiques shop out from under them, she doesn't have a choice. At least that's what she tells her family. They don't need to know she's lost her job and is out of money, or that the ghosts who have always been her companions have recently gone silent. But just because she's returned home doesn't mean she has to stay with her parents or crash on her twin sister's couch. Lucky for her, the new-to-town upholsterer has a room for rent above his store. Unluckily, it is absolutely crawling with more ghosts who are freezing her out, and Collins hates being ignored. Brady Cooper is absolutely and totally fine. Seriously, there's no secret reason why he decided to uproot his life and suddenly move to Sweetwater Peak. He just needed a change of pace, at least that's what he tells himself, and everyone else. When he agrees to let the elusive Collins Cartwright stay in his spare room, he doesn't know that she's absolutely bonkers, constantly talking to herself and having conversations with no one. And he doesn't know she looks like that. But as they begin to get closer, the lines between them start to blur, leaving both of them, and the ghost who have been pushing them together, wondering whether their temporary arrangement could be something more permanent. So that is the back of Soul Searching by Lyla Sage. If you don't want any spoilers, I suggest going to the end of the video where I just rant about how good it is. If you don't want spoilers or just want to hang out and listen to me talk about this book, we're going to get into it. So I left myself a sticky note when I finished this book because it was just so good. I love Lyla Sage. She's one of those authors now that is in my rotation of whenever a new book comes out from her, I'm gonna go buy it or I'm gonna download it on my Kindle because I love the way she writes, and it's very West. It's like out West. Like she has a whole series that I have of cowboys, and those books were really good. I highly suggest those ones. So my notes from this book are strong but goofy MMC. We have a badass female main character. There's great dialogue, like the banter back, forth. It's a love story. It's just like the story itself, it's gorgeously written, and how it is throughout the book, and just it flows so well. Two hella spicy scenes, and me not knowing how to handle them. We'll get into that one. Super excited for the next book because it's gonna go with her twin sister, and it's Love the Supernatural. So those are my notes for this book. So we don't have like a strong male main character, but he is strong. He's very emotional. He's not one of those surly, grumpy, male main characters. He is goofy and funny, and it reminds me a lot about my partner, who is just funny. They're just funny, and they don't know how to handle life sometimes. And she is just like this badass goth queen, and we love her. The dialogue, the banter, back and forth, back and forth. So basically, she comes home, she lost her job, and she was a photographer. And so she stays with him, and she's just making money, helping him in the shop and doing all this stuff, and they get closer and closer, and she's trying to figure out why she can't hear the ghost talk to her anymore. Her twin sister also can hear and see the ghosts too, and she doesn't tell anyone what's happening to her, so they just think everything's fine. And then she brings it up to him, and he's like, okay, cool, doesn't care. And then things start to happen, the ghosts are pushing them together. So that's basically the story. And then I think it's once she gets over those barriers that have been blocking her with him after they push together, they get together. It's a really good story. I don't want to spoil too much. I really liked it. I liked the supernatural aspect. I liked how the story I liked how the story flowed, and I really enjoyed just the setting of where everything was. So we're gonna talk about the two spicy scenes. Me not knowing how to handle them. I don't know if anyone else does this, but when I'm reading a scene, I get I can read with a straight face, and I can read spicy scenes with a straight face. But I was sitting there, and I was just bringing up my jacket, I was just going wide-eyed, and I was giggling. I was just like, what? There are some books that do that to me, and this was one of those books, and I really liked it. So yeah, that's Soul Searching by Lyla Sage. Great book, 5 out of 5 stars. She's definitely an author to look out for, at least for me personally. These are all my opinions. If you don't like it, that's totally okay too. But I'm really excited to see the next book because she did throw some, okay, this is happening with the sister things, and yeah. So that's Soul Searching by Lyla Sage. I hope you enjoyed my rant. I know it was a little different today, and I'm really looking forward to book club next week with you guys, and yeah, I hope you have a great week reading.